I'm Aaron Baker from PhoneDog.com, and it's a first impressions video of the LG Nexus 5, known as the Google Nexus 5. Is it the best Android phone on the market? Well, I've got a few first impressions, and I'm going to share them with you right now. I've had the Nexus 5 for about 24 hours now, and I have a couple of first impressions on this device. It hasn't been quite long enough to do a full video review, so I'm hoping you'll enjoy this quick video synopsis of what I think about LG's, and actually Google's flagship device, at least at the moment, the Nexus 5. I'm on Twitter at PhoneDog_Aaron. Let me know what you think of this quick video first impressions. If you want to see this into a regular segment, I'd love to hear from you on Twitter. So we'll talk a bit about the pros and cons of this device just really quickly. And first of all, I want to talk about a pro that I found myself, at least in the past 24 hours, enjoying: the design of this device. And keep in mind, just for a quick tech recap, this thing has a quad-core 2.26 gigahertz Snapdragon 800 CPU. It's got 2 gigabytes of RAM, a 4.95-inch 1080p HD display, 8-megapixel camera. So from a specs perspective, this is definitely a high-end device, but what's really great about it, the unlocked price point. This thing is $349 for the 16 gigabyte version, which is actually this model, and 32 gigabytes will cost you $399. So comparatively speaking, it's a steal to get an unlocked device for $350, and it's got a lot to like. It brings the Nexus line up into the current smartphone trend with 4G LTE to boot. So taking a closer look here, Android 4.4 out of the box, KitKat. But talking about the design here, I really like the feel in hand. From a usability standpoint, this thing is ergonomic. It fits well in the hand, and so far in my phone call tests, I've been really pleased with the way it fits in my hand and fits up to my ear. You can see the buttons are placed pretty nicely here. Power button over on the right side, micro USB charging port on the right, and on the left you've got your volume rocker. Very minimalist look and feel here with a nice matte back, which I'll talk about here in just a split second. But 3.5mm headphone jack, micro USB charging port, and your speakers down here at the bottom. And back to that matte back, I like this a lot. It's nice. Doesn't attract too many fingerprints. You'll see one from time to time, but don't see too much here. Nice big Nexus logo and LG logo down here at the bottom. You can peel off this IMEI sticker if you want to. I just haven't done it yet on this particular unit. But you got your on-screen buttons and a notification light down at the bottom, earpiece up top, which is nice, and it's kind of a circular earpiece so it doesn't stretch too far out. Pretty easy to hold that up against your ear. And then nice fit in the hand, like I said. So when holding this in the hand, easy access to the buttons on the side, volume rocker here along with the power button, and at a 5-inch display, or 4.95-inch display if you want to be technical. It's big but still pocketable in comparison to some of the other big devices on the market that some people don't like just for the size. That said, the con for me so far, and again, I've only had this for one day, so take that with a grain of salt. Con for me so far is battery life. This thing has a 2,300 milliamp hour battery, and I'm struggling to make it through a full day of work, at least with my use, moderate to, I'd say, heavy use. I'm still testing this. This is not a final number or final verdict by any stretch of the imagination, but still struggling, at least in comparison to some of the other devices, the HTC One, the Galaxy S4, the Note 3, the G2, all perform better for me, at least in battery life tests. So keep that in mind. Now, Android 4.4 has a lot of great benefits here. Android 4.4 looks new. It's a vanilla version running as you would expect on the Nexus 5 here. Hangouts has replaced the SMS application, which I've never been a huge fan of Hangouts. Love Google Talk. Don't care for Hangouts, at least the implementation of it. And I find it to be a little bit confusing when using Hangouts as my SMS application. So I'll talk more about that in the full review. Not quite ready to make a verdict on that either, but still having some trouble integrating Hangouts with my SMSs, with my Hangouts via email, etc. I'll talk more about that in the full review, but just a teaser while we get started in the first impression. So here you can see the applications. Looks very similar to something you would see from Oppo or perhaps Huawei. No more widget shortcut, if you will, up top in the actual applications area, but you do get these nice big icons on top of this 1080p HD display. Really a nice display all around. Again, specs, this thing doesn't disappoint, and you've got your recent applications, your home, and your back buttons down here at the bottom. Now, continuing along, hardware is nice, the external build quality is nice, KitKat is quite nice. Battery is really the biggest con for me overall, at least in my use. But so far, fast. This thing is a zippy device all around, little to no lag. But again, that battery life might be something worth concern, or might be something of concern, I should say, if you're looking at this device and you travel on a regular basis. It does not have a removable battery, so when it dies until you find an AC adapter, or an outlet rather, or perhaps an external battery. So keep that in mind if you're a frequent traveler. Still testing the camera here, not ready to make a verdict on that. So far it's pretty decent for me. The optical image stabilization, 8-megapixel camera. I've taken pretty decent pictures, but there is some concern all around the internet about the overall camera quality in comparison to some of the other high-end Android devices on the market. So I'll take a look at that in the full review. Keep it locked on PhoneDog.com. I'd love to hear your thoughts on the Nexus 5. I'm on Twitter at PhoneDog_Aaron, Facebook, Facebook.com/HiAaronBaker. Let me know what you think about this device, what you love about it, what you hate about it. Do you like stock Google or stock Android, vanilla Android, if you will? Do you like having the latest version at that? Do you like the price point? Is the battery something that might turn you off? Let me know on Twitter at PhoneDog_Aaron. Thanks for watching. More to come on the Nexus 5, one of the most popular, anticipated devices of the year on PhoneDog.com. I'll see you next time.